Good morning, members. Welcome to the one-day mega conference on search, survey and investigation under Income Tax Act, GST and Companies Act. Today we have a very eminent speakers and hope you guys have had a look at the program structure. And I would request Chairman of Bangalore branch to escort our guest of honor, CA Vinay Mrithunjaya and Prashant GS, our program coordinator of the day, to the dais and welcome them with the bouquet. Thank you, Chairman. Now I request the Chairman to give a welcome address.
Respected guest CA Vinay Mrithunjaya sir, Program Coordinator Prashant GS, Promote Secretary, Speaker of the Day Ravi Prasad sir, and my professional colleagues. Happy morning to you all. I welcome you all for this one-day mega conference on search, survey and investigation under Income Tax, GST and Companies Act. When I discussed with Mr. Prashant regarding I want to do a search and survey program on income tax, instead of doing only income tax, will combinedly do GST as well as Companies Act. He coordinated with the speakers and structured the program. I thank Prashant for that. I also, when I requested our Naraprabhu Kempegowda Prashasti Awardee and our past chairman Vinay Mrithunjaya sir to come as a guest for today's program, even in his busy schedule, immediately agreed our invitation. I also thank on behalf of Bangalore branch sir. I welcome you sir once again. As you all know, the era of now is becoming faceless. Assessments are going faceless. The only search, survey and investigation still are in physical. As you all know, the major revenue earlier, it was by way of assessment, reassessments and so many other modes. Now seeing media and other newspapers, week on week, the increase in search, survey, investigation due to lot of financial frauds is happening. Now instead of this assessment and reassessment, the major revenue is from the search and survey investigation. Department also not wanted to do majority of the search and survey seizures, but because of increase in financial fraud, they tend to do that and they want to mitigate these financial frauds through such a search and investigation. And very few professionals in the practice of search, survey, seizure. Person who is into this practice not only should having expert knowledge, he should have a good PR also. Otherwise, it's very difficult to handle the cases, and very few professionals in Bangalore, you can say, handling this kind of sessions. Any youngsters, they are interested to learn, they have to work under a expertise on that area, and we need to conduct a workshop, intensive workshop too. Also, with this we can increase the number of members those who are in practice in search and survey seizure and help clients as well as government to resolve the issues easily. To address all of you, we have stalwarts speakers like Shankar sir, Venkatramani sir, Ravi Prasad sir, Sai Prasad sir addressing you. Hope this session will be value added to our knowledge kitty of such survey. And more than 150 members are registered for this program. It shows the keen interest of the members to learn, or I don't know whether all of them are in practice of search or survey and seizure. It's a happy scene that so many members registered for this program. With this, once again, I welcome you all for this program, one-day conference. Before that, I want to make an important announcement. Tomorrow, we are having a celebrating Kannada Rajyotsava. As usual, yearly we will do. I request all the members to actively participate. Come along with your family and friends, your kids, because there is a talent show is there, Harate is there, so many other activities is there. It starts from 3:30. I request all the members to please join and make the program successful. And one more important announcement. First time, Bangalore branch is conducting online yoga classes at very nominal cost to help the members to upkeep their health physically as well as mentally. We are starting that classes from first. It helps member, even they in a busy schedule, they cannot go out for walk or gym, anything. At their doorstep, at home, they can practice. Even their outstation in their client place, in staying lodge or something, they can practice. At least by giving 1 hour of yourself, you can keep your health. We can create a better surrounding. I request all the members to register. We are getting a very good response across all the other states. They are registering it. I also request all the members to register for this program. With this, once again, I welcome you all for this program. Thank you. Over to Secretary.
Thank you, Chairman. Now I request CAGS Prashant to give the overview of the today's structure so that we can know what is in for the day and what we can take home back. Over to you.
Good morning all. A very warm welcome to this one-day mega conference on search, survey and investigation. When Srini was called to have this seminar, as he rightly said, instead of limiting it to only income tax, which most people have been used to for the past many years, we thought we will also include the aspect of search and survey under GST, because for the last 5 years we've seen that how the mechanism of the GST is working, and more so on the tax evasion, tax avoidance, and how the GST regulators have been taking on the various so-called defaulters or fraudulent transactions to tax. You could have seen about the round tripping of invoices or the stoppage of vehicles and under-invoicing and various issues which are coming up under GST, which is probably started only in the last 4 or 5 years, because we also thought that it's a very important to have the aspect of GST covered also. On the other side of it, why Companies Act? Because search and investigation and Companies Act probably suddenly would not gel very well together. But why? Because if you look at most of the frauds which happen, financial frauds, a lot of the perpetrators are companies. It would have started from the company, and there is very less understanding of how a search and investigation happens in Companies Act itself in public domain. So definitely we thought that the members should have that advantage of knowing the provisions of Companies Act with respect to search and investigation when they are dealing with income tax and GST, because it is a corporate assessee being searched either under income tax or GST. The fundamental knowledge of search and investigation under Companies Act and how the provisions are overlapping and what are the powers of the ROC under the Companies Act search, how it will have a bearing on the consequential searches on income tax and GST, and more so with the exchange of information happening with all the authorities now. how it impact the disclosure of financial statements, what are the notes that have to come into, if there is a search in income tax and GST and vice versa, or an investigation in Companies Act, how will it impact probably a tax auditor, or GST, now there is no GST audit as such, the 9C is only a self-certification, but still, insofar as the audit is concerned, what are the precautions that one must take? So considering those aspects, we thought it fit that we have this one-day conference, and how we have scheduled it is, sure you've seen the schedule. It starts with the Companies Act, investigation and search in the Companies Act. Then we have the comparative provisions of search in income tax and GST. The question may arise to say, why comparative provisions? Now GST being a central law, by and large the provisions of search would be perimeter with how it has been happening under the income tax. So therefore, both being central statutes, will have a lot of common factors in terms of the regulations, the authorizations, the procedures to be followed. Will have an overlapping. Therefore, we thought it fit that search under GST and income tax we combine and have that. And we also have the important session on inspection, survey and seizure under GST. Because the moment indirect taxes comes to your mind, you always look about how the vehicles are stopped, goods seized in transit, and how the goods are confiscated. So members need to be aware of the consequences there and the mandatory conditions to seize or confiscate, and probably the legal responses to come out of it. And similarly, on the income tax side also, we have the recent trends that we have seen in survey, penalty and prosecution. To say, of late the prosecution cases have increased. The convictions are also now going up a little bit, so that even the department is focused now on the core areas. So we thought we'll have these issues covered, and probably in the one of the last sessions will be the panel discussion, where probably the top-notch speakers, probably I can say not of the city but of the country, are participating in that to give their views on GST and income tax. All the issues which we have covered from the morning, the intricate issues which have come up would be discussed by in the panel discussion also. So, giving this brief introduction, I wish all the participants all the very best and happy learning. Thank you.
Thank you, CA Vishal. I would like to take the privilege in introducing our guest of honor today, CA Vinay Mrithunjaya, who is a Bachelor of Commerce, Law graduate, Chartered Accountant and Insolvency Resolution Professional. He did his schooling in Joseph's High School and St. Joseph's College of Commerce, who is a founding partner of Vinay and Keshav LLP and has been practiced for the last 32 plus years. He is founding partner of Vinay and Keshav Resolution Professionals LLP, first insolvency professional entity in the state of Karnataka. He is also the co-founder of Incorp Advisory Services Private Limited. Apart from India, Incorp has offices in Singapore, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam. The staff strength of the Incorp at Bangalore and Mumbai is over 500 people. His area of specialization includes resolution profession, management consultancy services. He is a regular speaker on various subjects at the various study circle meetings, seminars, conference and workshop. He has authored a book on presentation of project report and documentation, which was published by Karnataka State Chartered Accountants Association and was released by Dr. Manmohan Singh, the then Prime Minister of India. He has been conferred with the prestigious Nada Prabhu Kempegowda Award for the honorary services in the field of sports, administration and social service. He is currently the member of the governing body of the St. Joseph College of Commerce. Till recently was the official spokesperson and treasurer of the Karnataka State Cricket Association. Other positions in the past include, he was also the chairman of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, SIRC Bangalore, and treasurer SIRC. He is member of International Affairs Committee of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and member of Finance Committee, Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI Mumbai. He was also president of Old Students Association of St. Joseph College of Commerce, vice president of Economic Affairs Committee of the Federation of Karnataka Chambers of Commerce and Industries. With this brief introduction, I welcome you once again, sir. We shall start the seminar by inauguration by lighting the lamp. I request dignitaries on the dais to come forward, and also I request Ravi Prasad sir to come on the dais. Also request the committee members of the dais to come on the dais.
Understanding it.
Yes.
Sir.
यैषस्सुप्तेषु जागृति यैषस्सुप्तेषु जागृति कामं 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 कामुरुषो पुरुषो निर्विमानः निर्विमानः हरे हरे शुक्रब्रह्मा हरे वामृतमुच्यते तस्मिन् लोकः सन्तोषः सर्वे तनूनात्यधिकश्चन एतद्वैता 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 एतद्वैता
I thank Ramakrishnan sir for gifting this lamp, because generally we used to light a lamp with candle. Seeing that he bought all the way from Kerala and giving that lamp, thank you sir.
Now I request CA Vinay Mrithunjaya sir to give the inaugural address.
ಅಖಿಲ ಭಾರತ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಪರಿಶೋಧಕರ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಶಾಖೆಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದಂತಹ ಶ್ರೀ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ್ ರವರೇ, ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಶ್ರೀ ಪ್ರಮೋದ್ ಹೆಗ್ಡೆ ರವರೇ, ಇಂದಿನ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನದ ಸಂಯೋಜಕರಾದಂತಹ ಶ್ರೀ ಪ್ರಶಾಂತ್ ರವರೇ, ಹಿರಿಯ ಸದಸ್ಯರುಗಳೇ, ಆಗ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಬಾಂಧವರೇ, ಕನ್ನಡ ರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವದ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. Chairman of the Bangalore branch Srinivas, Secretary Pramod Hegde, the Coordinator Mr. Prashant, Learned Speaker Ravi Prasad, Senior members of the profession, professional colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I would like to thank the Bangalore branch of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India for inviting me to inaugurate this conference, mega conference in fact. I don't know whether I was the chief guest of the guest of honor, but it's a great privilege for me to be amongst my professional colleagues present here. Incidentally, I just laid on my office as a treasurer of the Karnataka State Chartered Accountants Association, which happened on the last Sunday. And I was told my family and my friends that I would like to take a break. And most important was a break during the weekends. And this was my first weekend. I received an invitation from the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India to be part of this conference. I had to get up early and make it to this conference. I never lost an opportunity to share few of my thoughts with my professional colleagues. Never missed an opportunity. I thought I should take this opportunity and be amongst my professional colleagues and share few of my thoughts. Though I don't have an core competence with respect to the subject of the conference what we are having today. I also would like to compliment the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India for the kind of activities, the kind of support services to the members, the kind of initiatives they have been taking. Also same with the Bangalore branch. Bangalore branch, I hope it continues to be one of the biggest branch of the country, one of the most active branch of the country. Lot of initiatives with respect to the academics, apart from that with respect to a lot of social activities, sports, cultural activities. I would like to compliment the Bangalore branch, the chairman and the managing committee members for the excellent work you have been doing, and many congratulations to the chairman and all the committee members. I have been associated with the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India since from the time I joined for the Chartered Accountancy course in the year 1987. I was the secretary of the Students Association. Then after qualified, I came into the branch. I am the past chairman of the Bangalore branch of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. I served in the Southern Regional Council. I was the treasurer of the SIRC. I am very closely associated with all the activities of the Bangalore branch in particular. Even when I was secretary of the CICASA, I conducted many seminars, conferences. As a Bangalore branch chairman, I took up a lot of initiatives, and even then we were awarded the most active branch in the country. I conducted many state level conferences. I was part of the regional conference. I was part of the national conference, and also I was part of the international conference. So I have a very long association with this. Thank you for calling me to this alma mater. And I thought I would share a few of my thoughts which may not be connected to the subject. Basically with respect to the transformation in the profession itself, what has happened compared to when we qualified as a chartered accountants. Some of the subjects what we studied as a part of the curriculum is nowhere that law is existent as of today. There are certain laws what has been introduced which we had to learn. And today I am practicing insolvency professional, which I never thought when I took up the CA course I will be taking up something like insolvency professional. But I find it very challenging and I find it very remunerative. I am thoroughly enjoying my innings as an insolvency professional. And also as far as the profession is concerned, I am sure each one of you, most of your youngsters who are present here agree with me. The days are gone where we were more with respect to bookkeeping, the audit of the compliance. Today the role of chartered accountant is much beyond that, where you help your business owners with respect to strategic business decision taking, where you are helping your clients to overcome certain challenges what they have in the business. So there is a transformation with respect to the expectation of a chartered accountant also from the society at large. And the days are gone where you want to operate as a proprietary concern, the days where you wanted to do everything possible under the law. Today it's a days of specialization. It's very heartening to see a lot of youngsters who, although they are the second generation chartered accountants, though their father or mother are chartered accountants, where they are trying to prove with their friends and trying to come up with a larger form of chartered accountants. Because only if you are larger in strength, then only you will be able to provide the services in terms of specialization. And there is a lot of networking what is happening which is really helping the chartered accountancy profession to a larger extent. When we started the chartered accountancy practice and anybody starting today, there is a huge difference. The kind of technology you are embracing as of today was not there when we were there. I was specializing in the area of preparation of project report almost for a decade. I was specializing in preparation of project report. Those days even the computers had just then started. Can you imagine how we were preparing a project report having pencil and erasers with us without any computers in those days? We just got used to that. 50% of the job was done by preparing a project report on an Excel and preparing a project report manually. You know what is the kind of challenges and the kind of time you are going to spend on that, the kind of value addition this technology has brought in. And second important thing, as far as the profession is concerned, each one of us need to update and upgrade with respect to the academic knowledge or with respect to the kind of infrastructure one need to have for the purpose of providing the services to our clients. And also with respect to the pricing of services, always there has been a debate with respect to pricing of services, whether we need to charge the client based on the amount of time what we are spending, or should we charge the client based on the value addition what we are bringing in. In my opinion, I think we need to balance the two. It definitely cannot be the fees only for the amount of time what we spend. What is the amount of time we have spent for passing the CA exams? What is the amount of time we have spent for updating, upgrading our knowledge, updating our infrastructure? I think the pricing has to be a combination of the amount of time you spend and also the kind of value addition what you are going to bring in. Might be even when I am having a bath, I might get an idea connected to my client where I give an idea, it's a huge value addition for him. It's not that I can give it free or I can't charge him just because the 2 seconds what I spent on that. Definitely we have to balance it and try to see that we need to charge well for the kind of value addition what we are bringing in. And there is huge amount of automation which is available, I am sure each of you, because at least when I see my younger generation chart account in the front, there are a lot of youngsters who became partners in my office. They are hands-on with respect to the technology. In fact, we depend on them for a lot of things because most of the things are happening technology driven as of today. So technology is something which still be there in the profession. We need to update, upgrade and really embrace the technology and try to provide the services to the best extent possible. Coming to today's conference, I would like to compliment Prashant for coming up with this wonderful mega conference. Prashant, I know that you also shared that it was a very good idea. Instead of conducting a mega conference on this search, survey and investigation under the income tax laws, it's a brilliant idea. They have brought in the GST also as far as the corporate law is concerned. It's a huge exposure to the professional colleagues. You have structured the conference in a very wonderful manner to give the complete insight with respect to this investigation, search, seizure and the different laws. And you have picked up best of the speakers who have got the expertise, who have the core competence in this area. Prashant, I have seen him for a very long time. I have not seen a youngster like Prashant who has handled so many income tax matters at this age, Prashant, and wish you all the best and thanks for your contribution to the branch in conducting these conferences in your core competence. And also a very big compliment to the speakers what has been selected to make this conference a success. Ravi Prasad is a very dear good friend of mine, I remember very well. When I was the chairman of the Bangalore branch in the 1998, the first study circle meeting I had was on a corporate law. I requested Ravi Prasad to handle that session, and thank you very much Ravi for agreeing 32 years back. And thank you very much for taking it forward, and also you have people like K.R. Pradeep Sai are having a domain expert in terms of tax laws and GST, and also you are having the doyens of the profession with respect to the panel discussion. One person I can't forget is Venkat Ramani, is my guru, he is my boss, and an expert in GST who is amongst us. It is a great honor to have him also as a part of the panelists. Also other panelists like Ram Subramaniam Shankar, and compliment the Bangalore branch for structuring this mega conference and giving a huge exposure to all the members with respect to investigation, search and seizure. Also, as I understand with my limited knowledge, that with respect to investigation and with respect to search and seizure, it's very little connected to the corporate law. I think some 2 sections are there which deals with this. It's more with this connected to inspection. At the same time, income tax, it's a plethora of the circumstances where you need to handle when you go for investigation and search matters is concerned. Lot of amendments to the latest income tax law. I am sure all of you present here would debate, discuss on each of the issues and find a fruitful solutions. And as far as chartered accountancy profession is concerned, once again I would like to tell you I feel very proud of it, very happy, great pleasure being amongst you. Even as an insolvency professional, I am telling you, this insolvency is a post-graduation course conducted by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and we are competing with the other professional colleagues. It says that whoever completed 10 years of practice can take up the exam, pass, and you can become a resolution professional. Same thing if you are a company secretary, cost accountant, or if you are an ex-banker, or you are a chartered accountant, you can take up this course. I did take up this course, I qualified today, I am practicing the resolution professional. What I am trying to tell you is when you are competing with the other professional friends, without demeaning them, I can tell you, the kind of core competence we as a chartered accountants what we possess, the kind of knowledge, the kind of exposure, the kind of interaction you would have your client, the kind of challenges you would have handled during the course of the profession is going to come handy for us when we are handling this resolution professional and competing with my other professional colleagues who may not have the fundamental strength, the kind of accounting strength what we have, the kind of knowledge we have with respect to the various laws, the kind of depth we have with respect to the various laws. As a resolution professional, any company going for liquidation, any company going for insolvency, you are going to manage the business of this insolvent company, the company which is going under insolvency. Our business acumen, the kind of knowledge what we have got during the course of the practice. So these are something which we have at very clear edge compared to the other professionals when we take up this course. This is, I'm just trying to give an example that the chartered accountant, the kind of edge we have compared to any other professionals. I have been in cricket administration for a long time. I've closely seen the sport of cricket where I'm actively involved. I was part of the IPL, I'm the former finance committee member of the Board of Control for Cricket in India, I'm the treasurer of the Karnataka State Chartered Accountants Association. The commerce of cricket itself has grown bigger than cricket itself. The amount of commerce involved in conduct of an IPL, I'm telling you. So much complication, even a tender document of an IPL franchisee when you fill up. I am sure nobody can fill up a tender document of an IPL franchisee, cannot fill up a tender document of a sponsorship of an IPL, cannot fill up a tender document of the broadcasting rights without the expertise of at least a couple of chartered accountants. That is the kind of strength what the business, the commerce, the economics has, and what is the kind of contribution can chartered accountant can do. There are many challenges when you fix up, for example, IPL franchise I want to share with you. When you quote your fee, it says that whatever the 70%, 60% of the revenue you get from the broadcasting rights will be shared among the franchises proportionate to the bidding amount what they would have given. In case of a players auction, they say 75 crore is the purse for each of the franchisee to pick up the players. It says that whatever the player you have retained, the highest paid, the retained player has to be paid 15% more than the highest paid player. So look at the kind of arithmetic involved in this, the kind of economics involved in this. So there is a huge challenge. The challenges has to be converted into opportunities, and there is a huge future for the chartered accountants. With these few words, once again I compliment and wish this conference all the very success, and thanks for each one of you for a very patient hearing. It's a great honor to inaugurate, and I declare this conference open to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we shall have a felicitation to our guest of honor of the day. I request the dignitaries on the dais to come forward, and also the MC members to the dais.
I want to make a small correction with the permission. I think when I addressed, I told Karnataka State Chartered Accountants Association. What I meant was Karnataka State Cricket Association. I was associated with that. And this always happens when I'm addressing Cricket Association, I tell them Chartered Accountants Association. So it's actually Karnataka State Cricket Association.
Thank you, sir.
Not that, don't bother, don't worry. I'll receive it, don't worry, I'll just receive it.
This is your base here.
No.
plate there. Not because of China.
I would like to propose the vote of thanks for the inaugural session. Thank you, sir. Thank you for making it convenient to attend the seminar today, even in your busy schedule. And as you said, we disturbed you on the first Saturday, which you wanted to take a break. Thank you for gracing this occasion and also giving your insights of your professional journey and also for the past services which you have rendered to the institute, sir. Thank you.